Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Our teacher for this week is Lao Tzu. And just before I dive into a couple of thoughts from Lao Tzu, let me remind you that the best way to get into the meditation is for the next couple of minutes before we get started to pay attention to your breathing. Breathe in through your nose, slow down your breathing. Draw it all the way down into your belly. As you inhale, imagine that there's a balloon in your belly. And as you breathe in, you're inflating that balloon. And as you breathe out, you're deflating the balloon in your belly. And you can feel the difference whether you're inhaling high up in your chest or inhaling lower down into your belly. A couple of minutes of slow and easy breathing and you'll be ready to float away with us in no time. And a reminder, anytime during your day, when you feel a little bit tight, when you feel a little bit stressed, or maybe just have some reminders for yourself, maybe set a timer on your phone or on your watch a couple of times a day to stop and remind yourself to breathe deep and into your belly. Charlene, a very good morning. Somebody, good morning. Here we go. Lao Tzu's thoughts for today. He says, one who lives in accordance with nature does not go against the way of things. One who lives in accordance with nature does not go against the way of things. He moves in harmony with the present moment, always knowing the truth of just what to do. Always moving in harmony with what the present moment is. The next thought from Lao Tzu says that if you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. Karabo, good morning. And Estelle, good morning. Awesome seeing both of you. Next thought from Lao Tzu is the past has no power to stop you from being present now. The past has no power to stop you from being present now. Only your grievance about the past can do that. What is grievance? It is the baggage of old thoughts and old emotion. So what he's trying to say is the past doesn't really have control of us in the present, but our baggage around the past, our thought around the past, the things we've picked up and we're still carrying about the past, it often robs us from being present. And in this way, Lao Tzu also says that he who controls the past controls the future. So I get what he's trying to say, but I put it in different words. He who controls his opinion of the past, he who controls his feeling about the past, he who controls his baggage about the past, controls the future, creates into the future. Because if we're not in control of how we feel about the past, we tend to be trapped in that past story so much that we're not really creating the future, we're recreating the past over and over and over again. Ilza, a very good morning. Awesome seeing you. And the last thought from Lao Tzu is that new beginnings are often disguised as painful endings, moving from a past, present, future space. Lorraine, good morning. Happy seeing you here. All right, so last quick thought about Lao Tzu's message for us this morning is, where are we spending our energy? How often are we spending our energy, really pouring energy into the past by being so trapped with how we feel about the past? How useful is that? How productive is that when we're pouring energy into a past that we can't affect and doesn't exist? And very often we do the same in the future, especially if we're standing in the past and we're looking at the future through this lens of the past. And when we do that, we tend to see more of the same, see all the worst case scenario of the past playing into the future. And then we're pouring all of our energy into a future that hasn't arrived yet, and we're already fighting the fires of the future, fighting the fights of the future, wasting energy into a space we can't control. when we're able to be fully present, we're also able to spend our energy in this space, right in front of me, right here where I am. I can spend my energy into a space that I have the opportunity to affect change. Being present simply is the most productive tool we have. No more wasted energy when we're being completely present. So if you're ready, here we go. Today's meditation, of course, is exactly that. It is called the power of now, the power of right now, the power of being present. You can close your eyes and let's float away together. Here we go. First big breath. Take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. As you breathe out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. Be here now. There is no other place that we ever need to be. But be here now. With every exhale, as you soften, feel baggage roll off of your shoulders. Stepping out of the past. stepping out of a past story, Lao Tzu says that when we live in the past, we often feel depressed. With every exhale, become less past and more present. We so often stand in the past and then try to look into the future through the lens of the past. With every exhale, become less future. With every exhale, let go of all of the worst case scenario outcomes that we imagine in the future. Lao Tzu says that when we continually live in the future, we are often anxious. With every exhale, become less future, more now. Lao Tzu says that if we are at peace, we're probably living in the present. Thinking about this topic, I often imagine a racehorse with blinkers over his eyes. Can't be distracted by the past in his left eye. Can't be distracted by the future in his right eye. The only thing he can see is what is right in front of him. The present. Paying attention to what is right here, right now. And taking care of the present moment. Whatever I choose to spend my energy on right now, however I choose to create in this moment, that will determine the future anyway. I only have to spend myself well right now. We have the last few big breaths of this phase to do together. With every big breath will allow our bodies to stretch, adjust, and settle down. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left and forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. And as you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Loosening up your neck muscles and your shoulder muscles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big, slow circles, loosening up shoulder muscles and back muscles. breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Imagine you're a sunflower with your face turned towards the sun and there's a breeze. And as you're looking up at the sun, you're swaying to the left and swaying to the right, moving through your back muscles. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened into presence as much as we can, we'll now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this would be a great place to stop. And if you're joining us for the whole journey, with every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a long, slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body, feel the muscles, and feel the muscles soften. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. Feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils and follow. Feel the air touch the back of your throat and keep following. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way into you. Every breath hold is wrapping your arms around you, spending time holding you. Hold your breath only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath as you dive deep into you, think about presence, being here, now, in this body, not being anywhere else. Take your next big breath. I want you to try out this concept, this description of not being present, and see how it sits with you. Holding on to the idea of what this moment should have been. Having an attachment to the idea of what this moment should have been. Try out that explanation, that description, and see how it sits with you. Take your next big breath. Is this an idea that you are familiar with? Do you have experience of this, or have you had experience of this? Being in a moment that arrived where you had an idea of what this moment should have been, but now it's not. Spending time with humans, and you had a picture of how this time spent would go. But perhaps they have different ideas. Perhaps they're not being present. Having organized a birthday party outside with an idea of what the weather should be, and the day arrives and it's raining. Do you have your own examples of arriving at a moment with an idea of what this moment should have been, and holding on to the old idea of what this moment should have been, even while it's not? With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, have a look at your own examples. Take your next big breath. we'd planned to do anything, if we'd tried to do anything, it is the most human thing in the world to have formed an idea of what the moment should be. I don't know if we're able to even not form an idea ahead of time of what we think this moment will be. Even if we're just trying to be intentional, and we look at our day at the start of the day, or we look at our week at the start of the week, and we want to form an intention of what we want this day to be, this week to be. We're forming an idea in our mind of what this moment should be. How does that work for you? Take your next big breath. I don't know if it's wise to try and not be human in this way, to arrive at every moment without any formed idea of what this moment should be. But here is what we can do. How quickly can I let go of my idea of what this moment should have been? When I realize this moment is not as I planned, this moment is not as I envisioned, this moment is not the way I saw it when I set my intention. How quickly can I let go of my idea of what I thought this moment should have been? Take your next big breath. While I'm holding on to the thought of what this moment should have been, where am I spending my energy? I'm pouring my energy into a fiction. The thoughts of what this moment should have been. I'm pouring my energy into a past moment, the moment when I created this image of what this moment should have been. Pouring energy into a place I have no agency, no control. How quickly can I let go of my thoughts of what this moment should have been. And pour my energy into right here, right now, where I have agency, where I can make a difference. Take your next big breath. Eckhart Tolle says this beautifully. He says, accept this moment as if you had chosen it. That can be hard to do, especially if I feel like I really didn't choose this. But if I turn it around, this is the moment I'm having anyway. This is the reality I'm experiencing anyway. I can just as well accept this moment as if I had chosen it. He continues this thought by saying, accept and then act. After being at peace with what this moment is, I can choose how to now spend my energy, how to pour my energy into this space, this moment, this right now. If I can accept and then act, I'm not wasting energy. I'm using it productively to deal with the reality of this moment. He furthers the same thought by saying, how do I know that this is the experience I need? Because this is the experience I'm having. Take your next big breath. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, stepping out of the breath holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. awareness into every fiber of your being. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. No more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. I'll share with you the thoughts on being present from Lao Tzu again. One who lives in accordance with nature does not go against the way of things. He moves in harmony with the present moment, always knowing the truth of just what to do. Notice that there's no escapism there. There's no just being as a means of not dealing with reality. There's a turning towards. There's a being with this moment exactly as it is, in order for me to see how and where to take action, or not, as perhaps the moment might call for. Lao Tzu says that if you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. And that the past has no power to stop you from being present now. It is only your grievance about the past that does that. The baggage that you have of old thoughts and old emotions. And that he who controls the past controls the future. Or in different words, who is not controlled by the past is free to create the future. Can you see yourself becoming better at letting go of the thought of what this moment should have been? It is great to create an intention of what you want your day and your week to look like, but don't let the intention become a trap. In every moment, as you step into this moment, let go of the thought of what this moment should have been, so that you make yourself available to what this moment calls for. When you are available for what this moment calls for, the universe will express itself through you, but only if you are available, not if you're stuck in the past or the future. Make yourself available to recognize what this moment calls for. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and you are invited to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for this moment. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for becoming better at letting go of my own thought of what this moment should have been, and becoming available to what this moment calls for. Take a deep breath in. While not always nailing it perfectly, thank you for becoming more aware of where I'm not being present. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning that being present does not necessarily mean some kind of a chill zone where I'm just ignoring the reality of the world, trying to escape what the present moment is. But thank you for learning that being present is operating on the same wavelength as my soul. Intensely present always, and dealing with whatever reality brings. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Your soul is the most intensely present thing you will ever encounter. Every moment that you are present, perfectly present, you're on the same wavelength as your soul. Catherine, good morning. It's good to see you. Maggie, hello. Nella, hello. And Stephen, hey, good morning. Awesome seeing you. Thanks, Stephen. Thank you, Sunmini. Thank you, Estelle. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you, Nella. Pour your energy into right here, right now. If you're always doing that, if you're always taking care of the present, you're always creating the future. You're always having as much control as you possibly could have of the future when you're just taking care of right here and right now. Thank you, Ilza. I love your comments. Alrighty, beautiful humans, have an awesome day. Love spending this time with you. It's good to see you, Stephen. Thanks for being with us. Have a good one. Ciao, ciao.